Well, we can only compare Raila's campaign to another campaign that we've seen, at least conducted by Kenya. So when we say this might have not been conducted well, in comparison to what? Maybe in comparison to Amina's campaign. If you ask me, this campaign one had technocrats. It had those who have the diplomatic acumen. It had those who had the administrative know-how. So it wasn't something really new to them. One thing that to me is very fundamental is that the campaigns were done and done well. They were done well. The only mess-up that at a professional level that I can see is in the last minutes of this campaign. And it is not from the Kenyan side. The communique that came from the SADC, it was a communique that had weight and well intended for these particular campaigns. We saw what it was, and it reflected exactly like that in the voting. Even when Randre Marato had now left, we could see how the figures were beginning to change. And that is coupled up with so many things. One of them being the DRC crisis. We know up to now the position that Kenya has taken, or the position that is perceived to have been taken by Kenya with the DRC and the SADC region, which we will go into later. But I think that Kenya lost this basically because of the big man syndrome. Kenya is playing a prefect game, and this prefect game is not going down well with many of our friends in the sub-Saharan region, and that has also been a matter in the global world. You ask yourself, when did even America fail UN Secretary General position? Because they already know, the world already know, there is somewhere you play, there's a league in which you play. So when you are given more powers, they become very skeptical of you, and that is the thing that is eating Kenya. Maybe it is time Kenya retreats and scan, do a roadmap on what really our foreign policy intends to do for us as a country within the region and in the continental level.
Bona Stephen,
yes.
Is a handshake a courtesy call, a promise to a vote?
Sorry, come again?
Is a courtesy call, yes, or a handshake, yes, or a visit to a president's office,
okay,
does it translate to a promise to a vote?
No. You seem to be reading my thoughts tonight, because I was actually, I had noted here that you remember when Moi was kind of pulling away from Saitoti,
yes,
you know, during the KANU days. And he said, urafiki ni tofauti, you know. So simply because we are getting all these photo ops, and that is where we confuse diplomacy. Diplomacy is not about photo ops and shuttling from one place to the other. It is about getting the commonalities in which you can, okay? So you can even go and get a photo op with someone you think is very close.